Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Melendez, and I'm bringing you today's lesson topic. What we're going to be doing today is you're going to be creating your own protest flyer. Now, for most of you, you've already had an exposure to the Newsella article that talks about how to plan a protest. And I have attached that same Newsella article as a PDF. All you have to do is click on it, and it will automatically pop up. And then you can use the magnifying glass to go ahead and make it bigger or smaller, depending on what size you want to read it on. So part of the information that we gave you, especially nowadays, which is what's happening here within our communities, especially the unfortunate passing away of George Floyd, and of course other people throughout the past like Eric Gardner and Trayvon Martin, all right, and Tamir Rice. We just have this unfortunate long list of African Americans and people of color who have died at the hands of police. And now we're in this time frame where people in the community, especially people of color, are just getting sick and tired of the abuse. So they're going out there and they're protesting. Now, as we mentioned, and you see in the Newsella article, there are many different ways that we can protest. We have what's called sit-ins, where we actually go into a place and we just sit down, and if we get refused service, then we just sit there until we get the service. Then we have marching, and we have demonstrations, just like what you see now with the whole Black Lives Matter movement and with George Floyd, that people are taken to the streets, they're marching from one predetermined destination to another one. You have picketing, and then of course you also have boycott, where you're not going to buy into some kind of service, kind of like what happened with Alessandro Jr. Guzman, who unfortunately had, getting away from people, had went into his local bodega, his local grocery store, in order to find a safe place to hide. And unfortunately, the store owners didn't grant him that, and unfortunately, he passed away. They took him out of the store. So the community kind of got together and they boycotted the bodega, the grocery store, which meant that they didn't allow people to go in. They didn't buy anything from them. And eventually what happens is that the store owners of the bodega went ahead and closed down. So that is a form of protest that they did. What we want you to do in this particular assignment is that we want you to create a flyer. Now, all of you have experiences with flyers, okay? In one way, shape, or form, whether it's by the paper kind that you might get if you've been downtown Manhattan, or let's say shopping here in our local neighborhoods here in the Bronx, or let's say 3rd Avenue, Southern Boulevard, or maybe Fordham Road. You have some person standing in some kind of business or building, and that person is handing out flyers. And the purpose of these flyers is an attention getter. It's supposed to get your attention, kind of giving you quick information that, hey, this is happening, and why don't you come and see what we have. When you're producing your flyer, remember that you're creating a flyer for a protest. So part of the Newsella article is like kind of giving you step-by-steps on how to create this flyer, right? You want to go ahead and mention what is the purpose of your protest and what is the ultimate goal. And, of course, information like where and when. Where is going to take place and at what time. Now, in Google Classroom, I have attached a couple of examples of what flyers look like. And there's 3 specific ones that I want you to kind of pay attention to. There's 3 flyers that I attached that are made by students from a previous class that I taught before. And we did this project. Flyer number 1 kind of looks like, and these are ways that you can go ahead. These are 3 ways that you can go ahead and create your own flyer. The first one is just the old-fashioned way, using some paper, construction paper, or poster board with some magic markers and pen and pencil, and then you can create your flyer that way. When you're done creating your flyer, then I want you to go ahead and take a picture and upload that picture into Google Classroom and submit it. The second way, and the second example, which is flyer number 2, is you can create a flyer digitally. You can create it by using Google Doc, or you can create it by using Google Slides. So flyer number 2 and flyer number 3 are examples of using Google Doc and Google Slides to create your flyer. So I'm going to upload those particular examples into your Google Classroom assignment, so that way you can review it and it can give you ideas on how to construct your very own flyer. Once you are done creating your flyer, don't forget to submit it, okay? But there's a couple of things that I want you to keep in mind as you're creating your flyer. Remember that the purpose of a flyer is to grab your attention, okay? You want to kind of make it flashy. Make it your own, all right? Be creative, be flashy. Put your own stamp and style on it, all right? But just make sure that you put those important pieces of information. The purpose, the purpose of the flyer, what is the ultimate goal, and of course, where is it going to take place and at what time, all right? So don't forget to include those things in your flyer. Personalize it, be creative, be flashy, put your own stamp on it, and then submit it. All right, that is the end of the mini lesson. If you have questions about this particular assignment, if you're a little confused on what you need to do, just go ahead and contact us. You can email us, myself or Miss Sonia, or you can come visit our office hours. Other than that, that's it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the mini lesson. This is Mr. Melendez, and I'm punching out. Have a good day.